Hey makeup friends, today I'm doing a collab with my friends Betsy Gotcher and K Bella Beauty, Kelly. Unfortunately, Kelly's dealing with some stuff right now, so I don't think her video is going to be going up on the same day as this one, but hopefully she'll be able to do it in future. But I wanted to include her in here anyways. We are going to be doing the holiday tag that was created by Rupi Meanhouse. I'm grateful to have gotten to know these women through the beauty community in this year, and I'm really grateful for the friendships that I've been able to make through this community. That's why I do YouTube. Yes, it's fun to play with makeup and to share my thoughts on it, but it's the connections with people, both subscribers and other creators, that mean the most to me, and that's what I take from having this channel. It's really nice getting to know like-minded people through this community, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So I am going to link all three of them down below. Please go and check them out. Tell them I said hi, give them some love, or if you're coming from their channels, then hello and welcome to my little slice of the internet over here. My name is Kara. I'm a working mother of 2, and makeup is my happy place. So without further ado, let's get into the tag. All right, there are 25 questions in this tag. Some of them are going to be a lot easier for me to answer than others. Some of them are a lot more thought-provoking, but first up is, what is your favorite Christmas song? And for me, that is a no-brainer. It's Oh Holy Night. I have always loved that song. If I could choose a superpower for myself, it would be the ability to sing and to belt in particular, because I would love to be able to sing that song and not sound like a strangled frog. I don't know what it is. I just find that song sung by the right person is just pure magic. It always gives me tingles. It's not a song that I overhear. It doesn't really get played on the radio unless it actually is Christmas Eve. I just love this song, and I love that it doesn't get overplayed because it keeps that specialness for me. Question the second is, what always puts you in the holiday spirit? And for me, it's Christmas lights. I, generally speaking, am not a huge winter fan, and let me tell you, the month of December is pretty damn bleak here in Ontario, Canada. It gets dark by about 4:30. It's cold, it's kind of miserable. Sometimes we haven't really got a lot of snow yet, so just everything is bare and naked, and it's not super uplifting. However, once you start seeing those Christmas lights, that's what gets me. It always just makes me think of like Hallmark movies and whatnot, where everything is lit up and decorated, and that just brings warmth to my heart, and I adore Christmas lights. The next question is, what is your favorite Christmas story? And because I see favorite movie included later on in the list, I'm going to take this to mean like personal story, and so I have 2 of them. The first one was Christmas when I was pregnant with our daughter, our first child. I had been feeling her kicks for several weeks at this point, but it wasn't until Christmas Eve that I could feel them on the outside. So to me, that was her way of giving her dad a little Christmas gift before she was even born, because that was the first time he was ever able to feel her little kicks. The second one is a story that I referenced on Robert Welsh's channel when I shared my ghost story with him back in the summer. And that was on Christmas Day when my daughter was, I believe she was 2 years old. I brought her up into my bedroom. I was going to change her diaper or change her clothes or I don't know what I was doing, but I brought her up into my bedroom, and she looked into the corner of my bedroom, waved at it, and said, "Hi, Papa." And that started about a year-long sort of adventure of her talking to who I firmly believe was my father's spirit. So I will never forget that. That was just the most incredible, like, just came out of nowhere, just, "Hi, Papa." And all of the things and all of the interactions that I saw after that turned me from a skeptic into a full believer that there are spirits and that they do visit us. The next question is, what was your best Christmas gift? So I'm going to interpret this as, what is the best gift I have ever received? Not so much what I've given. The best gift I ever received was a little pug puppy when I was 10 years old, I believe I was. I named her Star, and she was with us for about 9 years, and then unfortunately she had a heart attack while at the vet's office and passed away. But she brought so much joy to our lives. Pugs in general, oh my gosh, they are a lot of dog in a little tiny body. They have huge personalities. She was the sweetest thing. She was most definitely my dog, and that was the best Christmas gift I have ever received. Next is how you found out about Santa, and I ruined Santa for myself. I not only ruined Santa for myself, but I ruined that particular Christmas for myself. I figured out where my parents were hiding all the gifts that they had bought before they had wrapped them, and I went through all the bags and I looked at all the gifts that I was going to get. So not only did I take the entire element of surprise out of it for me, but when I saw some of those gifts wrapped up with a note from Santa, I knew that that was not true, and that's how I figured it out. It was a devastating blow. The next question is weirdest/worst Christmas gift. I am trying to think of what the worst Christmas gift is that I've ever received. Luckily, I don't think I've ever received really bad gifts. I guess one of the weirdest ones I could think of, but was actually like really touching and heartwarming, and I still have it to this day. Barry, the Christmas before we started dating, gave me a keychain, and it had a ladybug in resin, and the resin like glows in the dark. But so it's like a encapsulated bug. Obviously it's dead, but it's just stuck in resin on a keychain. And that may sound completely random, but in the fall of that year, I had taken a forensic entomology course or bug course at university, and I had to collect bugs and actually make a full-on display with them, with like the pin through the thorax and all that kind of thing. And Barry had helped me collect bugs and all of this kind of thing for it, just as we were friends. And so it really meant something to me that he had found something that was so personal and that really tied in what our friendship had been about. And not that our friendship was about bugs, that sounds really weird, but like it had been a shared experience. He had helped me collect bugs. I know, my undergraduate degree was all in forensics. I had a dead rat in a dead rat compound. Like I had all sorts of really strange experiences, really cool experiences, really strange. Frankly, I'm glad that Barry gave me a dead bug and not a dead rat, so there is that. But I still have that keychain, and that was kind of what sparked a little bit of interest in him. I didn't really have a full-on crush. I was dating somebody else at the time, but it just always stuck with me that it was just so thoughtful and so personal. So that is probably the weirdest and yet one of the best gifts that I've ever received. What is your traditional Christmas breakfast? For as many years as I can remember, it's just sausage rolls. Sausage rolls with some Worcestershire sauce. That is my breakfast. Except this year it won't be because I can't find any bloody sausage rolls. I went to M&M Meat Shops. I don't know if they have those in the States, but it's like a freezer store, for lack of a better term. I don't know. They sell all sorts of frozen goods, whatever. And I was asking them, like, do you guys have sausage rolls? Because I've bought them here before, but I can't find them on your website. Apparently, there's like one distributor for all of Ontario, and they've gone out of business. There was a replacement distributor that they managed to like make connections with, but because of COVID and all of that, they've fallen behind, so it's basically impossible to find sausage rolls this year at the grocery store. And I have made them in the past. They are not the same. I can make many things. I can bake fairly well. I cannot do sausage rolls. I just can't. Pastry and it's not my forte. So I don't know what we're going to do for breakfast tomorrow, but it's not going to be sausage rolls, and that is okay. We will deal. Next question is, what is your favorite Christmas smell? And that would be the smell of pine. Christmas trees. I just love the smell of it. I'm trying to think of what some other Christmassy smells are. The smells of way too many shoppers at Walmart? That's not a smell I enjoy. Next question is, what is the worst part about Christmas? And I think it's just the stress that goes along with it. Not only the stress of buying everything that you want to get, trying to find the perfect gift, dealing with all the other people that are trying to find the perfect gift, but also the family side of things as well. In past, we've had to sort of juggle the two mothers to make sure that everybody's happy, and it gets a little bit stressful for me. So this year, with things being as they are and our province going back into lockdown, We're not having anybody to our house this year, and I'm actually okay with that. While I do feel badly that my mother is going to have to spend Christmas on her own and that we're not going to see, like the kids aren't going to see their grandparents, it's going to be stress-free. This is going to be the first year that it's just the four of us spending Christmas together, and I'm really looking forward to that, to be honest. It's just going to be a chill day. We're going to wake up with the kids, open the presents, do the things, play with the toys, and then just relax, and I'm really looking forward to that. So the next question is, what is your favorite Christmas candle scent? And I would say, see above, Christmas, pine, Christmas tree scent. And not all pine candles are created equally. I have discovered that, but I have found some in the past that smell absolutely divine. I don't have any right now, but I'm also not buying candles right now because I have a plethora. So the one that I'm using right now is this guy, and it smells pretty Christmassy as well. This one's from Bath and Body Works, and it's just called Spice. It's a pretty accurate description. Red cinnamon stick, Christmas clove buds, and ground nutmeg. Those are the notes. I wouldn't say it's my favorite scent. Pine, again, right up there. But it does in a pinch. So we're on to question number 12 now, and that is, what is your funniest Christmas memory? And I don't know that it's funny, but it's definitely cute. Back when Barry and I were dating, we were living together, but we hadn't yet got married. I know. But he had 2 chinchillas, or I guess by that point we had 2 chinchillas. And so there was Kitty and there was Poppy. And at the time we liked to include all of the pets in our gift-giving traditions. That's kind of gone by the wayside now that we have children, but regardless, at that time, no kids, 2 chinchillas. And so we decided that we were going to give them apples. So we sliced up an apple and that was their Christmas gift. And I believe it was Poppy. He was the more personable of the 2. He was incredibly excited about this whole apple idea and just hopped right on over, grabbed the apple with his 2 little front paws, and then hopped like a little kangaroo away into the corner and just nuzzled on his little apple. So again, not necessarily the funniest thing, but my God, was it ever adorable. The next question is, what are some gift traditions you grew up with? And again, I didn't really have any strong traditions except when it came to my stocking. I was raised by my grandparents and they grew up during the Depression, so some of their traditions carried over to me. So included in that was receiving a red delicious apple and a giant navel orange every year in my stocking. Because when they were growing up, you couldn't find those things readily at the grocery store. And also my dad grew up in an Indian reserve that didn't even have a grocery store. So finding, exotic fruits like oranges was not something that he ever had growing up. So to him, they were very special. And so they would give those at Christmas time. The next question is, what is your favorite Christmas decoration? And I didn't think to bring it down with me, and also I think the batteries need to be changed, so it kind of loses something without the batteries working. But it's a snowman. I got it at Hallmark years and years ago, and it has like a snow globe for a stomach, and at the bottom of it there's a light that changes like red, green, blue, white, I think, and then there's a little fan inside as well, so when you flick the switch on, the lights go and then the fan swirls all the glitter that's inside all around, and it sits about yay big or so, but I love that thing. And then when we have all the rest of the lights off, just the Christmas lights and that, it like sparkles all across the room as well, and it makes me happy. Question number 15 is, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Hands down, no question, Christmas Vacation. I could watch that movie a million times. In fact, I probably have watched it pretty close to that. I love that movie. That was my elbow. That kind of hurt. Question 16 is, what is your favorite holiday drink? I used to really enjoy eggnog, and for whatever reason now no, not so much. Even just the thought of it kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm not big into it. And I don't really do like the mulled cider and all that kind of thing, so I don't really think that I have a favorite Christmas drink or holiday drink. I don't really think I do. What was Christmas like growing up? It was a lot of family. It was really nice. We would go to my cousin's house. He would put on dinner for everybody. My dad would dress up like Santa for all the littler kids. When the dinner was done, we would leave and get ready and go to midnight mass at church. We'd wake up and do Christmas by ourselves, and then my other cousin would come with my uncle and aunt, and they would do dinner at our house, or if we were going to be hosting them for New Year's Eve, we would do dinner at their house for Christmas dinner. Boxing Day was always just a really relaxing day, and we would just hang out in our PJs all day. So it was a lot of visiting of family, and things really changed after my dad was sick. He was diagnosed on Christmas Eve in 2002 with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and things really changed after that. And we didn't really have as much to do with family. We had moved at that point, so family was a lot further away. And I really do get nostalgic this time of year for what Christmas was like when I was younger, but with people moving and people separating and all of that, the dynamic in the family has most definitely changed. And with Barry's family, most of them live out in Nova Scotia, so we don't get an opportunity to see them. So we're just trying to build traditions amongst the four of us and really just create special memories for our kids in that way. The next question is, do you stay in your PJs or do you get dressed up? Stay in my PJs, 100%. In the past, I have done the PJ thing in the morning, and then as we're getting ready to make dinner and host and all that kind of thing, then I've dressed up. But especially this year, I'm not going anywhere. We're going to open the door for Chinese delivery, and I'm going to be wearing my PJs, and I am 100% okay with that. Question 19 is, what is your favorite Christmas craft? And I am not a crafty person. I do not enjoy it. I find it very stressful. I find it very messy. I do not like. So I guess if I had to pick one, it would be like decorating cookies or doing like a gingerbread house. But even at that, I much prefer to just supervise and let the kids do it because I don't enjoy it. I just don't. Question 20 ties in with a previous question. It's, what's your favorite line in a holiday movie? Oh my goodness, if you've seen Christmas Vacation, there are so many to choose from. Oh my goodness, I can't narrow it down to one. There's Merry Christmas, Shitter Was Full. That's a classic. When Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's going to find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house. There's another one. We're going to have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. There you go. There's another one. There are so many in that movie. I could go on, but I think those are the three that come top to mind, so we'll just cut it off there. All right, the next question, number 21. What is your favorite Christmas treat? Hands down, shortbread. Love shortbread cookies. Oh my goodness. I only let myself buy them at Christmas time, and they have to be Walker's shortbread. I've tried making shortbread in the past. I don't know what it is. I have never had success with it, and I cannot do like generic brand shortbread. It just doesn't taste the same. And if you're gonna eat shortbread, you gotta go for the good stuff. And for me, that's Walker's all the way. Question 22 is, what is your Christmas Eve tradition? And we don't really have one, to be honest. We don't. I gotta get on that. I gotta come up with something. But we don't really have a tradition. So that's something that I want to put my noggin to, because Bennett's getting old enough to really start developing the memories now. And so I want us to have traditions, and I want the kids to look back when they're my age and remember what Christmas was like for them. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments what some of your Christmas Eve traditions are, because I want to get some inspiration from you guys as well. Question 23 is, rename a reindeer. Well, what are their names to begin with? Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen? All right, let's get rid of Cupid, because that's Valentine's. That's not Christmas. Get out of here, Cupid. You're gone, and you are replaced with... Well, we got Blitzen. Could we have Blitzen? Could we have... Let's do Olive. Olive, the other reindeer. I don't know. Rename a reindeer. Literally never put my mind to that before. But I would get rid of Cupid. Dasher, Dancer, Donner, Prancer, Highlighter? All right, question 24. If you could spend Christmas anywhere, where would it be? Well, this year we had plans to spend Christmas away and we were going to go to Great Wolf Lodge. And I think it would have been a really fun time. But things being what they are, that's not a possibility this year. I know this is probably expecting answers like some exotic land or something of that sort, but honestly, we spent Christmas Eve last year at Great Wolf Lodge and it was done up so beautifully and the kids had so much fun that is where I would want to spend it this year if we could. That was what the plan was and I think it would have been a ton of fun. And so maybe next year, fingers are crossed. The last question is, when do you put up your tree? And we always do that on the first weekend of December. We wait until December, even when the kids are wanting it, like right after Halloween is done. We wait until December just to keep it special. And then typically speaking, we take it down on New Year's Day. So in the past, pre-kids, we have left it up like a ridiculously long time. I think one year we took it down at Easter. Like I was seriously considering just having a seasonal tree and just changing the decorations out every few months, but Barry put a kibosh to that. But now we try, and in the last few years it has been New Year's Day where we just take everything down and pack it all away. Just to keep it special. All right guys, there you have it. Those are the 25 questions in the holiday tag. I'm not going to tag anybody in specific, but if you want to answer some of these questions in the comments, I would love that. Or if you are a creator and decide to make this video, please let me know because I would love to check it out. But for now, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope that you've had a wonderful holiday season and I'm wishing you all the best in 2021. Bye for now.